let's do. Oh God, it's gonna get nasty. Let's do the Batman.
Batman?
Okay, can we just jump on the same boat again?
So Adam West sucks.
Yeah, he does.
It's not Batman. I mean, it is in a way. Look, I say this completely joking. If 66 Batman is your end all be all Batman, that's awesome. I hope that you get a lot of enjoyment out of it. That's great. But personally, I could never get into it. I tried. I used to have a special edition VHS of it. I used to try and watch the show. I couldn't do it. It was I can't. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. But if it's your cup of tea, don't take offense. We're just saying this joking. I'm sorry that I may have been a little cruel, but he sucks.
Really though, for what movie and show he's in, he should be a little bit higher because he fits very well in his movie. He knows what he's in. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you got to be in the mood to go watch 66 because you know what you're getting into. You got to be in that mood. And if you're not, you're not.
Yeah.
Also, the suit doesn't do him a whole lot of favors. Like he was in decent shape, but like if you look at Christopher Reeves, who was Superman like 10 years later, he actually bulked up for the role and he looks great. Like Adam West is just like, yeah, I'm just in pretty good shape for my age and I'm Batman. Like, and it doesn't help. Let me also say that he should probably be higher on mine, but it doesn't help that I paid $100 to meet him and Burt Ward, and they snuffed us and didn't even say a word.
Dude, the more I've looked into it, the more that I've heard that Adam West was just like that. Like that's how he does. Like that sucks because it's not a cheap price to pay to get your photograph with him. It's really not.
It was literally it was 3 seconds and $100. And I hate that it's even up on my wall, like, because it's only a conversation piece of it's always it will always be negative. Like, I don't understand how you have the rest of the day to go and talk to Burt Ward and whoever else you want to talk to. Like, people are paying good money to see you. Like, you don't care about your fans. You don't care about just being. I
am Batman through and through. I would rather deal with Batman than any other superhero. But I would rather go get the goofy experience of a Jason Momoa autograph and photograph than I ever would Adam West from everything I've heard. Or if Adam West was even, Ben Affleck, if the roles were swapped and that's how he... Nope, I'll go hang out. I'll go get the goofy experience with Jason Momoa. Like, it's Aquaman.
Well, and I'm here to tell you... I'm here to tell you, man, and this isn't sexist, and I'm not trying to degrade you as a man, but like I've met a lot of famous people, and when I met Jason Momoa and he put his arm on me, I felt the impact. And I'm telling you, he smelled like a man that just got done cutting down a forest. Like, he didn't smell bad. He smelled like, dude, it was nuts. It was crazy. Like, that was a superhero. I've met like Manu Bennett and a couple other dudes that are superheroes, but like I'm usually taller, not necessarily as in good shape, but I'm always like, you slimmed down a little bit, didn't you? Or he was making Aquaman at the time, but anyway, I just got to share that because that's a man.
Yeah, it is.
But real quick, Paul's in here real quick. He's got Adam West at his least. Then we got George Clooney, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, guy in Batman Forever. Hey, you put some respect on that. I want a correction after that.
Kilmer.
Yeah, I want a correction. Yeah. Number 3, you got to actually use him. Like, he'll be your Huckleberry. And then we got Christian Bale and Michael Keaton. I like it. You just need to put a little respect on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. So we both agree Adam West is number 7. What's next?
I'm going to take a wild guess that we both have the same in number 6, and that's George Clooney.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Mr. Bobblehead throughout the whole movie. He does it in ER too. It drives me crazy. He's like, listen to me, because my head never stops bobbling.
I like George Clooney in From Dusk Till Dawn. I like George Clooney in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I like George Clooney in a lot of things. And George Clooney is a decent actor, but whatever was happening to make Batman and Robin a thing was just sacrilege. And even George Clooney has said that he apologizes for the role, and he kept a photo of it to be like, it could be worse, I could be Batman again. Like, that, even he knows. So, I mean, that's fair. That said, there is this like inner 5 or 6 year old in me that every once in a great while goes, I want to watch Batman and Robin. Yeah. Not because there's redeeming qualities, but because it was so campy. Arnold's one-liners, the super crazy bright Gotham, it was just ridiculous, and that's fun.
I mean, once again, they kind of go hand in hand between him and Adam West. Like, it's very 1966 Batman. Like, the comedy, the characters, the puns, all that stuff. Like, and he fit right in there with it. He goes, this is why Superman works alone. Like, and then he's got the hey Freeze, I'm Batman, just like an idiot. Just played a decent Bruce Wayne for the 2 minutes he was Bruce Wayne. But I mean, the whole movie's trash, and he was right there along with it. And it's not his fault. It's the director's fault. But I mean, you look at Batman Forever, and you kind of knew where things were going, but you didn't know they were going to go off the deep end. So I try not to give him too hard of a time about that, because he is a great Batman. He's a good actor, but just miscast. And speaking of Batman and Robin, this probably isn't the last time we're going to talk about it, but we are going to try to have Avatar: The Last Podcasters with us next week, either going live on Facebook, or we're going to do something else, pre-record, and then upload it later. So check out that. It'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to tear down that movie. I'm almost afraid to do it live on Facebook, because it's going to be a lot of talking and laughing, and if people are it could be chaotic with how much fun it is. So might tone it down, but we'll see. Deb? Okay, we got Deb in here. I gotta see. Hang on. Okay, so Deb. Okay, she said, I can't rate the others until I see them, but we got number 5 with West, 4 Clooney, 3 Bale, 2 Kilmer, nostalgia my fave. Look at that. And number 1 Keaton. All right, I like it. Yeah. I feel bad for Bale though, because he just seems to be. I mean, we'll get there. But yeah, I like it. Okay, so what's next, man? And I think this is where we're probably going to separate.
Number 5 for me is Val Kilmer. Did we separate?
No, God dang it.
No. Now, hear me out. I love him in Batman Forever. Don't get me wrong. Like I've said before, it's nostalgia. It shouldn't be good or so bad it's good, but it is. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people talk about there's more footage, an almost 3-hour cut somewhere on a shelf. Mm-hmm. Not sure that I need it at this point with this movie, because I'm not sure it's going to bring anything out of it. I miss my cups like that. I'm so mad I don't have them anymore. So mad. But I have this guy here. So, but Val Kilmer, he did a good job as Bruce Wayne. Oddly, he did a good job as a slightly campy, but a little bit like a lighter take than Keaton's Batman, but not so over the top campy that he was anything like Clooney. Which, I mean, it was a good balance for the time. So I'm not saying anything negative. He's just going to fall there.
I think that, and this we're going to get weird again, but I said this in the last time we ranked the Batman video, which is still my favorite video we've ever done. It was just a blast. But no, I think Val Kilmer is a little pretty for Batman. Like, I can't stop just staring at his lips. And I don't know what that means. You can read into it however you want. I just think he's super pretty. The only time I really took him very serious as Batman is at the end in that other suit, the mech suit. I think for whatever reason, maybe it fit his face better or pulled his face a different way. I'm not sure. But then the other time when Two-Face is trying to kill him with the flames and everything, and he covers up and he comes out and he's like breathing heavy and he looks upset but wounded. I thought that looked really good. But Kilmer is a good Batman. He's more energetic. He's also more athletic. And I think like you get to see a little bit more of the ninja aspect of it. I think in a different movie, he could be still probably top 2 or 3 for everybody. Like he's good all around. I think it's the movie that brings him down a little bit. And I do like the movie. I do. It's just I think I don't know. Yeah, but and it's not the bat nipples. I know you brought that up. It does bother me, but it's not an end all be all.
Well, it's funny because like they're not there, and then that last suit, they're like surprise, and you're like, wait, what? Why are those?
Well, it's the other
on
way around. No, it's the other way around. It's in the beginning suit, but at the end, it's not on. It's not on there in the end.
That's right. It's in the suit that with the yellow. That's right. It was only in there for the opening scene, right? And then he switches to this one.
No, that's that one. The Riddler breaks in and destroys the Batcave, and that's the only suit the prototype suit that survived. So the prototype suit's the last when they go to face down Two-Face and Riddler. When Robin gets his suit.
I need to revisit it. It's been like 5-6 years. I need to sit down and watch it.
Yep. Okay. So let's see what happens. What's next, man?
Battinson. Did we separate?
No. We are still there. Still there. That's crazy.
He did good. The movie was good. It was solid. I don't have enough of him for him to go higher. Could he one day? Maybe. He seems less solid than the entries above him. And there's also a little bit of frustration with us who are Batman and DC fans because of what's going on with the DC Extended Universe and Ben Affleck and coming off of the Dark Knight trilogy and things like that. It's hard to fall in love with a new Bruce Wayne Batman. Another thing is this is another Bruce Wayne origin story. Like I made a post earlier today where I shared all the other like people who took the cowl in the comics, and I was like, look, other stories, so we don't need another Bruce Wayne origin story. This one's not exactly an origin, but I guarantee you in the sequel we'll get more origin. Because they're going to need time.
It's a Batman origin because Bruce Wayne, I mean, spoilers. Well, actually, I'm not going to get into spoilers. But like we said last week, I think in the spoiler-free and in the spoilers, because I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think the suit, the sound effects, the sound designs, I think that the stunt guys, obviously. I think there's a lot of things that help his Batman. I don't think he reinvented the wheel anywhere. I think he's in good shape. I think he's okay. I think he's got the gymnast body, but I would have liked a little bit more meat on him. I don't know. It's just one movie, and it's hard to put him. You know, it's like you said, it's hard to put him in somewhere. But yeah. I just don't. Yeah, his voice is okay. I'm watching the animated series right now. That's a Batman voice, like the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's Batman. Like I don't know. The voice is just okay.
He's supposed to be at Comic-Con this year.
Oh yeah. Yo, no, you're right. Yeah. Kevin Conroy. I met him, dude. I don't know if you were there, but I met him, and he's super nice. I had him sign.
I have.
Right. Hold on.
I might need him to sign something. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I might need.
Yeah, he signed it. I asked him to sign it. I said, "Please sign it. I am Batman," because that's what he says in the show. It's not I'm Batman. It's I am Batman. But yeah, and I think Pattinson would have been a better Nightwing. I think he would have been an amazing Nightwing with his hair, with the black stuff over his eyes. I just see him as trying to make his own way and stuff like that. I just see him more as a Nightwing. But anyway, he's got to fall somewhere. This is where he is. No real negatives. Just I need more. We'll have to see. And that's the other thing too. Is like in a Batman world of like realism or whatever. Bale got 3 movies, right? I mean, but I still think I would have Bale above Pattinson just on the strength of Batman Begins alone, which I think is his strongest performance as Batman.
I would agree. I do think this is where we're going to separate. But I also want to say these top 3 are top 3 for a reason. And there's no hate, there's no negative. I have absolutely nothing negative to say about any of the three, other than one of them deserved more than what they got. My number 3 is going to be Keaton. Batman 89, Batman Returns, great movies. I enjoy them. I grew up with them. I watched them nonstop as a kid into my adulthood. He's just getting the third spot. Absolutely love him. I've nothing negative to say.
You don't love him at number 3.
We finally separated.
Oh, you're killing me. Oh, yeah, you're killing me. You know, to be fair, Michael Keaton should be in the number 3 spot. I mean, let's be fair. Let's look at what came, what they did, what they brought to the table, how they changed the game. Your top 2, right? I'm not gonna guess which one's which, but I'm just saying that Michael Keaton should be number 3. But also, you got to remember he did change the wheel as well. You know, you go from 66 to 89, night and day, and his Batman also is misinterpreted, and the movie itself is misunderstood, in my opinion. So his Batman is completely different than these because it's not the same action-y Batman. Anyway, my number 3 is Christian Bale. You know, a lot of it, like we talked about the Tumbler, you just got to put some respect on it. Like, the dude gained over 40 pounds in muscle. He went from a machinist or whatever, and
at like 120 pounds
in 3 months. How much?
Yeah. He was like 120. He was only eating a half an apple every other day for that film. That's insane. This dude has more dedication to his weight transformation than I have to should I turn left or right at this light. Like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think, wasn't that the movie where his butt cheek fell off? Was it his butt cheek or was it his calf? Like, some muscle just, like, detached. And he was like, oh, that's bad. I should probably go to the doctor.
I think it was that, but he also lost a bunch of weight for, it was between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I can't remember. The Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Good movie. Yeah, good movie. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. So, yeah, sorry. So, Christian Bale, great Batman for the most part. I think he was strong in the first movie, and I think he turned his acting up a little bit. His intensity up, maybe not as much, but I feel like he saw Heath Ledger and was like, oh, crap. Like, I stole the first movie, but this dude is big time. And so it doesn't help that I don't like his suit very much in The Dark Knight, the second half of it. Like, if you notice Pattinson's Batman face, his mask, it's kind of rounded and flat. I think that allows the nostrils to breathe a little bit more, because Bale's and Ben Affleck's, it kind of sounds like this sometimes, and it doesn't help. They're like they have little lisps and stuff like this. So when you combo those and you're screaming, and then it sounds like his voice is thrashed through half of it because he probably did the scene 16 times. I like Bale a lot. There's just some scenes where I'm like, oh my God, this is painful. Like, why didn't they reshoot this? Like, because there's some scenes where it sounds great and there's no problem. Because I'm with Deb. She said that it's the voice of Bale. There's sometimes where there's no problem. And there's other times where I don't know if the cowl is just sucking his face to where he couldn't get it out, or his voice was so thrashed. But some of it just doesn't age well. But overall, though, reinventing the wheel, everything he brought, the dedication. We got 3 movies with him. Got to put respect on it.
Yeah. Totally fair. So number 2 for me, Ben Affleck. And he has potential to be number 1. If he ever gets that chance to get his solo movie, or even his Pass the Torch movie, or even finish out Justice League 2 and 3, like, I think that he could be number 1. He is the most realistic of an older Batman. And we're watching him in the middle of doing this actual thing where, you know, the Dark Knight Returns and stuff like that, where he is on the edge. He has lost everything, and he doesn't really actually care anymore. Until he saw a little hope with Superman, but the Whedon version took that a lot further than the Zack Snyder version did. Um, and I think that we were going to actually see Batman finally snap and kill someone with that. Like, not like incidentally victim, but like, I think he would have broke the Joker's neck. I think he would have. Yeah. Um, and yeah, you said Hurt Affleck didn't want to continue. Yeah, I know Warner Brothers and DC had like this huge issue with him with alcoholism, and then he was fighting them on the script for his version of the Batman, and then it just never went anywhere. And then he did make a couple statements where he's like he's tired of it. And I mean, all the crap that he went through those few years, I would be too. Like, imagine actually being dedicated to the role. Like, you're going through stuff at home. You obviously have some stuff going on, but you show up, you give that performance, and then they take out your director and make you reshoot the whole movie so it's goofy. And then they take your future plan and just flush it down the toilet. For no other reason than the movie that they put in theaters sucked. That sucks.
Yeah, Warner Brothers been shooting themselves in the foot ever since probably Batman Forever. Like, I mean, if you go back and look at it with the, Schumacher and how he wanted to do things, and how they wanted to sell toys. Yeah, and Ben Affleck was also going through, like you touched on, personal stuff. He's going through relationship stuff and stuff like that. But, I mean, here's the thing. It's the same thing as people always talk about. Make more money, you spend more money, right? Your problems don't really go away. They just kind of shift. But I can't imagine. Like, he's a nerd, right? Like, look at his friends, look at his circle, look how he grew up. He's a nerd. Can you imagine being the most iconic superhero ever? Could be argued Superman, could be argued a couple others. But for the most part, Batman is the most iconic superhero ever. I don't think I could ever let go of that. I think I'd be like Henry Cavill. I was like, no, I don't care. Like, until they actually replace me on screen, I'm Superman. But anyway, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. My number two, and this is where things change, because in our ranking video, which I love, it's my favorite, guys go watch it. My number two is Michael Keaton. And that kills me to put it there. But I am so in love and respect and just cannot get enough of Ben Affleck's Batman. I can't. Like, I love Michael Keaton's subtleties. I love how he moves in the suit. Very Michael Myers. It feels like that, so it taps into my horror love. I like his rage, his subtlety. I just can't get enough of Michael Keaton's Batman, especially in the '89 Batman. The suit, the look, the shadows, the batarangs, the gothic feel around him feels good and looks good. Like, I love him. But Ben Affleck's warehouse scene in Batman vs. Superman is the best Batman live action thing ever. Might always be. We'll see. Could argue that. I'd love to hear the arguments for your favorites. But yeah, I'm just going to go into my number one, man. Sorry, but yeah, I'm with you there. Ben Affleck, I love him. I think he looks great in the suit. Sometimes I don't like how his cowl, like the mouth hole kind of goes like this, kind of bugs me a little bit. But the way he moves and handles himself, and he flies, he's got the grappling gun, like, I just love it. I love it. He's bulletproof, but he's not like we saw in the trailers for the Batman. He's not super bulletproof. I don't know, and it's dark, and he's been through it, and it's the world of the fantastical, right? It feels like it's comic book pages coming to life. It feels like you could have Man-Bat in here. You could have Clayface. You could have Killer Croc, like they did in Suicide Squad. You could actually have these larger-than-life villains that you probably can't do in a Nolan verse or in the Reeves verse. And we were so close. And I was talking about this on the podcast, that I think that there is more to be done with a late-stage Batman than an early-stage Batman. Because of the fantastical, the loss. He's lost more than ever. He goes darker than ever. He's been betrayed and manipulated. And I mean, so good, man. I love Ben Affleck's Batman.
No, I agree. And this is my number one, obviously, is Christian Bale. I don't know if I said that in my previous ranking. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah,
Yeah, your number one was Christian Bale.
the Dark Knight trilogy it's utterly rewatchable. Batman Begins is just phenomenal. The Dark Knight is phenomenal. Dark Knight Rises misses, but it's still not a terrible movie. It is better than most other films. Like it misses the mark from The Dark Knight and from Batman Begins, but it's still a better superhero movie than a lot of other superhero movies. It's still grounded in a somewhat reality. Um, I don't know. I do agree about the voice, but I have always said this. This was before they were tossing around the idea of voice changers, which that popped up in Arrow. That was the first time that we saw DC bring a voice changer to the game, and it changed. That made it so Ben Affleck got one. Pattinson didn't, oddly enough, but also like his voice was a little bit different. It was just off enough that it worked. So
it's like a combination between Keaton and Christian Bale. It's that subtle but aggressive.
Yeah, it worked. Now, I do think Bale went a little over the top with his, like, I need to change my voice so people don't know who I am. Yeah, but at the same time, he was the first one to attempt it, so I don't get as annoyed as everybody else with it. I think his dedication to the role for all three movies, the fact that he was that skinny and he came in too big for the bat suit, so they asked him to lose weight and he came back 2-ish weeks later and snagged the role. Like that's awesome. And what's really weird, and sorry, this is just one more thing I want to add, Cillian Murphy actually tried out for the role of the Batman first. Mm-hmm. That's insane. That's absolute. Could you imagine how much different the Dark Knight trilogy would have been?
Yeah, I can't see it. I mean, he's a great actor, so maybe, but I can't see it. And yeah, he auditioned in the Batman Forever suit just like Christian Bale did. Can you imagine Christian Bale a whole movie in the Batman Forever prototype suit? Man, would have been sweet. I'm sorry, I like the survival suit in the Batman Begins. I just don't like the. I just don't like the suit in the second movie.
If we ever get to it, it's no secret. The Batman Begins suit is my favorite of the live-action bat suits. It's a nice combination between tactical and the classic, like, 89 Batman. It's that balance that works for me. I don't know. It's my favorite bat suit. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make another good Nightwing suit. Like I thought, like if Nightwing would have come into the Dark Knight Rises, that suit would be sweet to be reused. You know, just as like a, Anyway, Batman Forever suit in the opening is the best suit. Get out of here,
You just
Jabari.
like the nipples.
That's what I was. Just like the nipples. That's what I was thinking. He likes black rubber. Chase Meridian.
Oh, God.
No, my fault. Chicks dig the car.